Hey everyone, it's Erica. I have a process video for the Bella Blvd creative team, and I'm going to be creating a Halloween layout. So I have goodies from the Sweet and Spooky collection, which is older Bella collection. So I have the papers, and then I have the sticky mix, and then I have the Spell on You collection with some different embellishments. So I'm just going to mix the two collections together, I think, because there's more embellishments for this one that I have than this one. So I'll kind of pull some of this in to go with that one. And then I have my photos here of Eli and Liam, and I have no idea what the design is I'm going to do. I haven't scrapbooked in a very long time. So I'm not really sure what I want to do, but we will figure it out and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward, get this trimmed up, and pick out the papers, and then try to figure out the design that I want to do. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the papers and pull out the ones that I want to use. I really want to use this paper here with the spider webs. I love that aqua color. It's just really bold, and I just love that it matches the photos that I have there. And I also want to pull in something that has a black base. So I'm going to pull in this one here. It's got like little stars, colorful stars all over it. So I thought I would use that as a layer as well. And then of course, I always love a white background. So I'm going to get a piece of white textured cardstock and trim that down to 10 3/4 by 10 3/4. And then I will mat it onto this black pattern paper here. And I'm going to trim this one up to 11 by 11. And then mat it all down on this gorgeous spider paper here. I love this one so much. So I'm going to get all of these layers adhered together with my tape runner and then get started on the layout. I will try to leave everything linked down below for you guys. This collection with that spider web is an older, that I'm using for the 12 by 12 base, is an older Bella collection. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find that one anywhere, but if I can, I will make sure to leave it linked down below. It is super, super cute. I love it so much. This paper here that I'm using for the 12 by 12 base is probably my favorite paper from the collection. And then there's also a floral paper that's in this collection as well. And I just think it's so cool because I love florals and I love Halloween, and it's just the best thing ever. So I wish there was like an ephemera pack that went with this that had the florals the same color. The colors that are used in this collection, because that would be so cool. So I am just going to cut up some strips of pattern paper and put them on the left side of the layout, and that'll kind of be like the design of the layout. So I just have these trimmed up in different sizes and different widths and lengths, and then just going to layer them up here on the left side of the layout. If you want the exact measurements, just leave me a comment, let me know, and I can tell you the exact measurements that they are. But I think one is like 3, and then 2.5, and then maybe 2. And then I think one is like 10, 9.5, and then 9. So if you want the exact measurements of each paper strip, I can let you know. Just leave me a comment and I will give you that. This layout came together super quick once I figured out what I wanted to do. It was just getting those paper layers down. I'm going to add some mats behind the photo and some layers, and then just picking out the embellishments that I want to use and getting them stuck down to the layout. I have the 2 photos here. I print my photos at home. They're about, let's see, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I use the Pick Frame app, and I have a Canon printer that I print at home. So I just have them here in like a little photo strip, and there's a little white border around them, and I'm going to mat them on some pattern papers here in a minute. I have these ephemera pieces from the Bella Blvd collection as well. So I have like the icons and then the words, and I'm going to add a couple spider webs in the top left and the bottom right. And then I have a little spooky cut at the top, and then just putting some different ephemera pieces around the layout. I have these little spooky trees that I'm going to add to the layout. I have a title that says Boo at the bottom, and I have that popped up on foam adhesive. And I wanted to put some bats around the layout just to create some movement around the page. So I'll create 3 different clusters with those bats just to help like move your eye around the layout. And you'll see those here in just a minute. And they are popped up on foam adhesive. I also bring in some of the puffy stickers and add some of the puffy bats in as well. So getting these layers stuck down, just using my tape runner to get these adhered. And I normally gut my papers. I don't know why I didn't gut them this time, because this is all I have left of this older Bella collection. And now thinking back, I should have gutted them to help like spread this paper out, but whatever. So I'm going to get this all stuck down and then start to adhere the paper strips to the left side of the layout. And then I'm going to add in some different strips behind the photo. I'm going to mat the photo on a piece of pattern paper, which is like a black background with a gray dot. And you'll see that here in just a minute. And then once I have that matted, I'm going to add a couple different layers of pattern paper. I'm just going to cut up one of the cut apart sheets from the Bella Blvd collection, and then just add those cards that I cut up behind the photos. Here is that black paper with the dot. I'm going to mat that photo onto this paper and then do the layers here in just a minute. So the cut aparts that I'm going to use to add layers behind the photo are from the Bella Blvd Sweet and Spooky collection. And it's just going to add some in some of that teal color, some yellow, and then some more black and white. And it's, if you're not going to use your journal cards, like in like a pocket page scrapbook, they're really good to add layers to your layout behind your photos, or just kind of tucking them in around your page. You can cut them in half and use half of the journal card on the left and then the other half on the right, or at the top and the bottom. And no one's going to know it's not a full card, because you're just going to see the little bits kind of peeking out. So here are those journal cards. I'm just going to cut them up, and you'll see there are like images and things on the inside of the card, like in the middle, but you're not going to see that behind the layers. Obviously, you'll just see the edges of that card. So I have this aqua one and then this purple one that I'm going to place behind the photo. So I have one, I don't think I end up using the purple one. I just use the aqua one. So you'll see here in just a minute how I use that. I just kind of place it in the center. And then I realize that I have the purple layer down on the layout, so that's not going to work for me. And so I'm going to cut up another card. It's a 4x4 size card, I believe. And I'm going to get that trimmed up. So I'm going to place that back there as well. And you'll see I have a little bit more on the right side than I do on the left. So I'm going to trim off a little bit of the right side so it's more even. And then I'm going to cut up another card that has some yellow with a light yellow dot, and cut that in half. And then I'll place some of it on the left and then some of it on the right. There are those yellow strips. And I'll just get those adhered, and you will never know that it's just little strips of layers there. Gonna get those stuck down and then get everything adhered down to the layout. And I try to place it in the center of that purple strip there on the left. So now I'm going to go in with the embellishments and get everything stuck down. I have this circle here that I'm going to place here in the center that says Fright Night. And then I have this super cute little die cut cat that I want to place there as well, and create just like a little scene to the left of the photo. I have some more of the spiderweb die cuts, so I'm going to tuck them in to the top right of the photo, and then another one on the bottom left of the photo. And then I also have the spider webs in the top left corner of the layout in the bottom right. Gonna add some of these cloud die cuts to the layout as well around the spooky trees, and then have those bats kind of flying around the layout. The boo for my title is popped up, and I have it placed down there at the bottom right of the photo. And then I have another little die cut from the Bella Blvd words and phrases, and it just says Little Spooks, and it's a little white banner, so I have that adhered directly down to the layout. And then I did want to add a couple things to the top of these strips. So I have a sticker here that says Halloween. Gonna get that tucked in at the top of the photos. I also pull in a black and white tag that says trick or treat, and I'm going to add some doodle twine to the top of that in black and white and just tie a little bow. That'll add a little bit of texture to the layout, and I just love having these little things kind of peeking out on the top layers of these pattern paper strips. So I'll put that tag above the purple strip, and then above the orange strip I have an October sticker. And then the black and white stripe one, I have a little banner tag that I tuck in back there, and it says Boo Crew. And you'll see that here in just a minute. Here is that tag that I'll get stuck down, and I just trimmed it, so it's just like the top of the tag, kind of tucked in there at the top. And then, excuse me, here is that little Boo Crew die cut that I'm going to adhere up here at the top of the black and white stripe layer. Gonna go in with some of the epoxy shapes from the Spell on You collection. There's just like these little like stars or like little twinkle things. I don't even know what they're called. I call them stars, but it just like adds a little something to the layout. And I just kind of sprinkle those around like the little embellishment clusters with the bats. And then there are some little epoxy dots that I add in as well, and then some stars. And then that will finish up the layout. I have still shots for you guys here at the end, and I will make sure to leave things linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you guys all get some time to do something creative, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.